It's time for Dodger Baseball.
And what's going on, and what up, Dodgers Nation? Thanks for rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. But thanks for rocking with us after a tough walk-off loss by the hands of the Atlanta Braves. The Dodgers lose in the bottom of the ninth by a final score of 3-2. They trailed 1-0 in the NLCS. And the first thing we have to talk about was Chris Taylor. That base-running blunder there in the top of the ninth inning. He gets caught in a rundown there, and it proved to be catastrophic. I mean, that was just an inexcusable base-running blunder. It was crucial, and that was such a winnable game. The game was begging the Dodgers to seize control and take full advantage and just win that game. But Chris Taylor gets caught in that rundown. And the first thing I want to say is, look, first of all, why did he turn around? Why did he turn around and look? If you're going to go to third, you got to go to third. It would have been a close play, possibly, but just keep running. What is the point of turning around and looking at that throw in the first place? He could have stole second earlier in the at-bat, and then also you have Mookie Betts on deck, and you can score from second on just about any single. I get it. If you're on third, there's a wild pitch. You can score that way, but look, I like the aggression, but that was overly aggression, and sometimes a small mistake can just change everything. And I think that, look, there was no guarantee that Mookie Betts would come through in that at bat, but you set up the Dodgers with first and third against Will Smith, and I like that. I want to see that opportunity. But yeah, we'll talk about the entire game. But yep, guys, still feel good about this series. I still feel very confident the Dodgers will get the split. But I will say, we're going to get to all your comments, guys, so fire away. I want all your fire Dodger takes. What is the reason why you think the Dodgers lost tonight? Let's slice up that blame pie. And just for starters, if you look at the Dodgers tonight, they go 10 for 34, 7 strikeouts and 1 walk, but they only mustered 2 runs, only able to muster up 2 runs tonight after getting 10 hits. That is usually the magic number for this Dodger team. Not only just 10 hits, but 10 hits to go along with the bomb by Will Smith there off Reed in the 4th inning. Then you had a double by Pollock, a double by Seager, and a double by Chris Taylor, who was clutch Taylor early in the game. And look, I mean, I love Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor's the man. We probably wouldn't be here without Chris Taylor, without his home run in the wild card game, so we have to preface it with that. But that was a crucial error. It wasn't the number one reason why the Dodgers lost, because there was no guarantee that Mookie Betts would come through. But you don't want to run yourself out of an inning. You know that rule. And the Dodgers' real reason they lost tonight was they went 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. We're going to break down the entire game, but first, let me know where you're pissed at tonight. Where are you mad? Where are you furious about this Dodgers loss? Give me your city zip codes, area code, and you still think the Dodgers will win this series? What's your confidence level on a scale of 1 to 10 that the Dodgers still will win this series? You think they'll take tomorrow? But here we go. What the hell is wrong with Justin Turner? Yeah, Justin Turner, he's flailing at pitches. And some of these strikeouts, he just looks lost up there at the plate, and you really just hate to see it. But the good thing for Justin Turner tonight is it's not like he went hitless. He ended up going 1 for 4, but did have the 2 strikeouts. And yeah, make no mistake about it, Justin Turner is struggling. I do think, look, he's got to turn it around. He has to turn around. I have confidence that he will turn it around. And if you ride with him, at some point he will. And that was earlier in the postseason last year in the NLDS, the wild card series with the Brewers. He got off to a slow start, and he started to pick it up there in the NLCS and in the World Series. So, look, I think that he will turn it around. But if you look at his spot in the order there, that might be something that I would probably have an issue with. Have him there in the 4 spot, hit batting cleanup. I think at least you put him in the 5 hole and you put Will Smith up there. But, yeah, he is really going through it at the moment. And it's unfortunate because, look, he's been one of the Dodgers' best postseason players. He's the most productive postseason player they've ever had. He leads them in essentially every single statistical category. Home runs, 13. RBIs, hits. This guy has done it all for the Dodgers in the postseason, but he's just going through it now in the worst possible time. But at least he was able to get a base hit in this game. But, yeah, the 2 strikeouts really do hurt. If you look at Justin Turner right now in the postseason. He's 3 for 28. 3 for 28. Did have that game-tying home run in the wild card game, but he's hitting 107 as a 381 OPS. So we need him to get it going. But here we go. There's no worries in my mind. We got this, Noah. Yeah, I mean, look, that's the thing, man. That's why you can exhale after that Giants series. Both Turners are choking. I mean, the other Trey Turner had 2 hits tonight. I mean, Trey Turner had 2 hits tonight. None for extra bases, but he does go 2 for 4 with the 1 strikeout. So I think Trey Turner looked better at the plate tonight. He is missing some pitches that we've seen him drive earlier for his pretty much his entire run as a Dodger. So that is concerning. But I think I'm a little less pessimistic about Trey Turner than I am with Justin Turner. I was trying to will a home run for Ginger Jesus tonight, but not happening. But you got Modella on ice, Ed Williamson. Okay. What are you guys drinking tonight? What are you guys sipping on? D-Mac from Portland, Oregon. Dodgers lose in 5. We need to win. Really? Okay. You think the Dodgers are going to lose in 5? I guarantee that won't happen. Mental errors from Craig Osterberg. Yeah, I mean, you had some tough at-bats. I mean, really, there's so many at-bats there where the Dodgers, I mean, they had so many opportunities to I mean, if you look at the top of the 7. So Chris Taylor, look, I know that everyone's going to say Chris Taylor in the blunder that really hurt the Dodgers, but it definitely did. Make no mistake about it. But Chris Taylor was one of the best players on the field for LA tonight. He ends up going 2 for 3 and had the walk. So Chris Taylor was, for the most part, he was fantastic. He had the RBI earlier in the game, and it's unfortunate the Dodgers lost such a winnable game in the NLCS, but there were instances where they just should have put up runs, and 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. That is the real reason why the Dodgers weren't able to get the dub tonight. And we're going to break down some of these situations in just a second, but I want to get to your takes. You guys are firing away. So let's go crazy on the takes, do some rapid fire. Here we go. Michelob Ultra, good times, plenty of Ks. 310 Modesty. I mean, not really. I mean, when you think about it, the Dodgers, I think they just 7 strikeouts tonight. You'll definitely live with that if you're LA. There was some strikeouts. There were some strikeouts in some key moments, and make no mistake about it. If you look at and then Tony Gonsolin, yeah, I mean, I really don't. I mean, look, man, this guy is given 5 home runs in 10 innings pitched, and kind of the issue with that I have is, look, you got to get this split tomorrow because you don't want to put the Dodgers in a situation to put Tony Gonsolin as a bulk guy in a key game late in this series. I have very little trust in Tony Gonsolin. At this point in the postseason. It's pretty much almost a guaranteed home run that he's going to give up 5 home runs in 10 postseason innings. And his stuff just isn't looking as filthy. I mean, the split change, the heater down from last year, just not very confident in Tony Gonsolin at the moment. And, he gives up that big bomb to Austin Riley. And Austin Riley's a fantastic player. You saw what he was able to do at the end of this game. He gets the big hit off Blake Trinan. And the other big question, too, is Kenley Janssen on 8 pitches. Kenley Janssen, he looks like a god amongst men right now. He looks virtually unhittable. I would like to see Kenley Janssen go out for another inning. I mean, Blake Trinan's been good, but he has been giving up some hits, and he has given up an earned run. So I would have stuck with Kenley Janssen in that situation. I did not like that move to go with Blake Trinan there, especially when you're trying to get the game into extra innings. So I just didn't love the move. And look, Corey Knebel, he got hit pretty hard in Game 5 of the NLDS. Some hard contact with Ruff, and Buster Posey was able to get that hit, that double. Thankfully, he didn't score. But tonight, you saw, he was wild, and that led to their first run of the night. And it's unfortunate. So, look, I just didn't love we've been successful in bullpen games, and you hold them to 2 runs for 8 innings. And I thought that Alex Vesia, Phil Bickford pitched well tonight. Justin Brule pitched well tonight. Tony Gonsolin, not very enthusiastic about Tony Gonsolin. Even though, look, he gives up the home run, but I mean, anytime he's on the mound in the postseason, I mean, just look at his numbers. I mean, they speak for themselves. Pretty much has an ERA, I guess above 10 now in the postseason. Just hasn't been that guy. I mean, it wasn't a complete catastrophe or anything like that. But here we go. Bickford should have gone another inning. Yeah, I think that you could make that case for sure. I mean, Bickford. Bickford was fantastic. I mean, he looked like the moment wasn't too big for him. He looked very comfortable out there. He goes an inning and a third, 15 pitches, 11 for strikes, had the 3 punch-outs. He was efficient. Justin Brill, 15 pitches, goes an inning, had the 2 punch-outs. Tony Gonsolin goes an inning and 2/3, gives up 2 hits and a home run. I mean, at this point, man, would you rather have seen David Price on this roster as another lefty than Tony Gonsolin? I mean, Tony Gonsolin he's been terrible in the postseason. There's no way to sugarcoat it. He's been awful in October, and there's really nowhere to sugarcoat it. He gives up the home run, the 2 hits, and I mean, he does not inspire much confidence out there. The cat, I mean, the cat cleats are cute. They're the perfect pair for a guy like Tony Gonsolin, but I think you got to perform if you want to get cute like that on the mound. That's just my opinion. Here we go. A Trinan job to get 3 outs. What a fail. I mean, Trinan's been outstanding. But yeah, you have seen some more hits on him of late, and there's no question he has not been as dominant as Kenley Janssen. There's no question that I mean, Blake Trinan, he's been absolute rock. I mean, I don't really fault him too much. I mean, it's going to happen. You're not going to be perfect there every single time, but yeah, I mean, he went inning a third in game 4, I want to say, and gave up that run, had the 2 punch outs, and he gave up a hit. But yeah, hasn't been as dominant as Kenley. But game 2 is a must-win. Ed Alvarado. I mean, I just feel like almost every postseason game feels like a must-win in the sense that you need the urgency. You need to go out there and perform, execute, make pitches, have quality at-bats. And the Dodgers were getting hits. Like I said today, we're going to go through, we're going to break down, each inning and all the opportunities they had in just a second. But usually when you're getting into double-digit hits and the slug is there for the most part, you get the bomb from Smitty. You had the RBI double early in the game from Chris Taylor. You got to feel good about that. But, yeah, unfortunately, I just thought if you're going to go with the bullpen game, yeah, I would like to have seen Kenley Janssen for another inning with 8 pitches. Tony Gonsolin, I know is supposed to be the bull guy. Don't want to harp too much on him. But like I said, I mean, you mentioned Ed Alvarado over on YouTube that you think it's going to be a must-win game. Look, you want to set yourself up in a position where you take tomorrow, you got Max Scherzer on the mound, and it's going to be, he's going to be in a better spot, more rested, considering the fact that there was a chance that he would go today. And I have confidence he'll go out there, he'll get the win, the Dodgers will win, and you got to get the split. And when you're the road team, you have to win 1 game in a 7-game series no matter what. So tomorrow, go out there, laser focused, take game 2, and hopefully run the table at home. Because remember, the Dodgers, they swept the Braves at home. So I'm hoping that's the case. I had the Dodgers in 5, so I guess I can't feel too bad about that. Here we go. D-Mac, we beat ourselves, but Dave got too cute again, SMH. I mean, anytime you say Dave, guys, use Dave / the front office / Andrew Friedman / the analytics department. You got to do that, okay? So, yes, it was Dave Roberts that helped spearhead. And he does, of course, a lot of management. But to say that it's 100% Dave's decisions in these moments, it's just not a fact. But I understand why we want to pin this on Dave Roberts. But look, I mean, the bats had their opportunities in a bullpen game. The reality is the bullpen pitched well enough to win tonight. The bullpen gave the Dodgers a chance to win. From Phil Bickford to Justin Brill to Alex Vesia to Joe Kelly was absolutely filthy. You see that changeup? Good grief. Good, jeez, that was nasty. That's not how you treat your old teammate, Mr. Tomahawk Chop over there for the Braves. But the Catman had a hit today. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'm a fan. I want Tony Gonsolin to be good, but the numbers indicate that he's a poor pitcher in the postseason, and that's just until he proves otherwise. I mean, any other opinion than that to me is not rooted in facts. You know what I like to do? Bring your facts to the fight. Don't let the facts get in the way of your feelings. And I'm just keeping it real. Giants tears were the appetizer. Braves blood is the next course. Oh my goodness, Ed Williamson coming with the heat. Yeah, man. Hey, look what they did in 1991. We owe them one too. They got too cute. Blue Magic. Win some, you lose some. Yeah, you're not going to win every game. And look, I didn't feel great about this game. If you saw what happened in the wild card game, they win that. They party hard. They're feeling good about it. They lose game 1 of the NLDS. Tonight, they went hard after winning game 5 of the NLDS. And for good reason. They beat the best team in baseball record-wise, and they beat the Giants. So, look, you got to win 1. It's just frustrating because this considering the fact that Kershaw's injured, considering the fact they lost Dustin May, and when you think about that, you want to keep these series as short as you possibly can, especially when you have 3 starting pitchers right now in Scherzer, Urias, and Buehler. So I think that they had a chance to really just jump on the Braves. They've been sitting back, waiting for the Dodgers, and they were begging to get beat tonight. And the Dodgers, they lost an extremely winnable game. But a Soon Kim sloppy game, hopefully just jet lagged. Yeah, they got 2 cute. Braves in 5. Leonard Taylor. Braves in 5. Leonard Taylor. What we've got on that one? Let's do a little bet. I'll take that bet, please, all day, every day. Diane Shooter, the Dodgers will come out pissed off tomorrow. How about if the Braves win in 5, man, I'll change my Twitter handle to DMAC_ATL. How about that? And you change yours to I already lost you. But you're the man. We'll work out a bet. But you're the man, dude. Appreciate you rocking with us. Trey needs to bat leadoff Juan Hernandez. Look, I mean, Mookie has been the Dodgers' best player this postseason. He's had the most hits. He's gotten it done. That's where he feels comfortable. With Mookie Betts and Corey Seager, that's where the Dodgers had most of their success last year, with them as that two-headed monster. Would he see some different pitches, maybe some more fastballs? I think that could be the case. And Trey Turner, yeah, I mean, when he was batting leadoff, he was hitting very well, but he also had a lot of success batting third when Mookie Betts came back. So I think, look, Trey Turner went 2 for 4 tonight. I mean, he went 2 for 4 tonight. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that really hurt was the top of the 7th. The top of the 7th, he had a real opportunity to come through. And look, he was my pick for MVP. I'm still hoping, and I'm going the LeVar Ball route, going to speak it into existence, like LeVar Ball says. And yeah, I mean, if you look at that top of the 7th, Chris Taylor, he hits a flare double to right. Freeman almost makes a spectacular catch. And then CT3, he was hustling out of the box, very aggressive. He makes it to second for a leadoff double. And then it was the 4th straight inning that the Dodgers had the leadoff man on. And then Austin Barnes, he lays down a well-executed bunt to get Chris Taylor to third with 1 out. And then Mookie Betts, not a good at-bat by Mookie Betts. And Mookie Betts, he's been outstanding, but he'll tell you that wasn't his best at-bat. He takes a slider inside for ball 1. He looks at a fastball, 97, middle. I mean, that just jump on that. The Dodgers were aggressive all night. We've seen them have a lot of success being aggressive, and at that point, you're just looking for a sac fly. Just put the ball in play, and you're going to like your chances there, and you're going to take a lead. And I think the Dodgers, they win that game. So that's unfortunate. And then after Betts, so yeah, if you look at that at bat, let's check out that at bat. So Mookie fouls to first. He was late on some fastballs the whole at bat, and then he fouls out to first. And then on a 1-2, and then not a great at bat there from Trey Turner. So Trey Turner, he misses a 98-mile-per-hour fastball, bottom of the zone, and then he fouls off a fastball away. Puts him down the count 0-2. We know he's a great 2-strike hitter. Typically, in the regular season, I think he's got a sub-600 OPS and over 150 plate appearances now in the postseason. So he's another guy that's had a history of some postseason woes that he needs to shake. And then he takes ball 3, a fastball high, fouls off a slider away, and then they bust him with a slider on the inside corner, and he misses badly, and he strands that runner. So yeah, that was the big inning. So look, Chris Taylor, we can dog him for that crucial base running blunder there. But the Dodgers, they had their opportunities. They had so many chances in this game to just put up tons of runs and just really put some pressure on really this bullpen that just hasn't been fantastic. So yeah, it was definitely. I mean, and look, Chris Taylor, he'll take some heat, but guess what? What happened in Game 4? Chris Taylor, had a little blunder there in Game 4 of the World Series. He bounced back, and tonight, it wasn't extremely egregious. I appreciate the aggression. I just don't understand. I would rather him just get thrown out at third, going 100% than looking back there and just getting caught in that rundown. But he actually had a really good game. He gave the Dodgers a chance there in the 7th inning at third base with 1 out. Bad at-bat by Mookie Betts and a bad at-bat by Trey Turner. That is your money guys. Those are two, in my opinion. Well, Mookie's already a $365 million player. I think Trey Turner is in, $250, $300 million range too. So he's got to come through in that spot. Here we go. Okay, we spot him again. Blue Magic should have started Mad Max instead. I actually disagree with that. I think Mad Max, you want to optimize him. He comes in. Yes, he threw, I believe it was 13 pitches in the clincher, his first save. And you know Scherzer was schwasty after the game. You know that dude was partying, partying like the rock star that he is. And it's not even that. I'm not saying that's the reason why. I think that the Dodgers this was kind of almost felt like a little bit of a house money game where if the Braves lose this game, I mean, we're probably looking at a sweep because you got Max Scherzer going tomorrow, and I think they go for their throats and in game 2. Oh, thank you very much, Sergio Santos, hooking up with 199. My man, I'm almost to some carne asada fries. Do you think the third base coach told CT3 to stop? You know, I was setting up. I got to check that. I don't know what Dino Ebo's role on that at the moment. Yeah, let me see. Let me check this out. Yeah, I think that it was more like Chris Taylor acting on instinct there. No price Giants in Cancun. Yeah. By the way, guys, how great was that, man? That I'm telling you, man, that felt like almost like a little mini World Series win right there. Just because it's not that it was just let's stay on track. But yeah, screw the Giants. SF equals season finish, and that's always something to smile about. Let's go Dodgers. Get him tomorrow. Yeah, let's go Dodgers. Nobody is beating the Dodgers. You don't have to like it. Yeah, I mean, I still feel like there's a chance the Dodgers could win it in 5, possibly in 6, but you got to get that split tomorrow because you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to go on the road in games 6 and 7 and have to win one of those games. Are the Dodgers capable of winning one of those games? They are more than capable. They have proved it 2018 Game 7. You saw what they just did in Game 5. Absolutely they can, but like I said, you have 3 starting pitchers right now. Tony Gonsolin as a bulk guy doesn't inspire much confidence. David Price didn't even make the NLCS roster. So I think you want to try to find a way to make this series as short as it possibly can. And look, this Braves team, they have firepower. Yes, Soler isn't in there, but you still got Austin Riley. You have Freddie Freeman, who they contained him tonight, and they still lost the game. And, this team's going to put up a fight. And, look, they're going to want redemption themselves. But here we go. Bellinger is getting hot, not going to lie. Baseball highlights, yeah. I mean, Cody Bellinger, it looks like his resurgence is becoming more and more real with every single day. And for him to come up there and, look, no Gavin Lux. I mean, of course, you got a lefty in there today. You want to stack that lineup with righty. So Pujols got the start. But, Bellinger going up there 1 for 1. And it was 1 for 1. And, I thought it was just a really great at-bat by Belly. And just some more. Just let's see here. 1 second here. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was just a really nice at-bat by Cody Bellinger to go up there, get the job done, and, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Hopefully, maybe he needs to do it. He needs to hit a home run in that spot like he did in Game 7 of the NLCS, and possibly, the Dodgers win it in that fashion, and it was a nice piece of hitting. I mean, didn't smoke it. 78.5 miles per hour off the bat, but where he hit it, line drive, and here we go. Back to the comment section. 0-2 equals 80% chance of losing this series. I mean, I don't want to hear that, man. What were the chances that the Dodgers had a less than 10% chance to win last year when they came back down 3-1 against this Braves team. So I am not going to lose sleep about being down 1-0 to this Braves team. If they lose to this Braves team after beating that Giants team, then this team will have lost it. The Braves won't have won it. I'm telling you, the Dodgers play to their capabilities. You got to come through with runners in scoring position. We just went through one scenario. We have multiple ones to get into. Pujols is a joke. You think Pujols cares? You think he's a joke? Pujols is a top 10 player in Major League Baseball history. Not top 10 player in the game. He's a top 10 player in Major League Baseball history. His company is guys like Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. So Albert Pujols is a made man. He's a living legend. So, yeah, I mean, did he have his best night tonight? He did not. But I still have no issue with them starting him at first base when you consider they're going against Max Fried. Even you saw Will Smith, man, what he was able to do. He hit a tank off of him in Atlanta. So please don't disrespect our Tio. We love our Tio, Mr. Albert Pujols. But, yeah, I mean, he didn't have his best night tonight. Pujols, he ends up going 0 for 4. He was able to get 2 hits in his last start when he started in Game 3 of the NLCS. But JT should cut his hair, work for Belly. I like that. Yeah, give me your theories. What should Justin Turner do to turn things around? Give me your theories down below in the comment section. What should he do? Should he shave the beard? Should he just shave it off and you're not going to see any more red on Ginger Jesus? I don't know, man. I think he just needs to find a way to he's not getting on top of fastballs. You're seeing some weak contact. But look, he was able to get a hit tonight. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, he's definitely going through. But look, if you look at, one of the issues has been Justin Turner and Trey Turner, but they were both able to get hits tonight. So that's definitely promising and something to build upon. And I think, look, man, it's Justin Turner, man. He's going to break out. He's going to break out. His single hit at 96.3 miles per hour. He'll start hitting things on the screw again. We got Chesses, Homer Smith, Ed Williamson. Will Smith. What more can you say about this guy? Will Smith is, without question, one of the best players. He's emerging really as one of the best players, in Major League Baseball especially when you consider catchers. So Will Smith actually has an OPS of 1,099 in the postseason right now. And Will Smith is actually the only Dodger this postseason run that has hit multiple home runs. He's hit 3 bombs, and he will rock you. You know what he does. But, here we go. No more red. Pujols could buy and sell you. Stop the disrespect. Back up T1. Yeah. Hey, man. I mean, he didn't have a good night, but, come on, man. It's Albert Pujols. And, look, this offense shouldn't be reliant upon Albert Pujols coming through. And, did he have a good Diane Schroeder, I told you, cut off his beard. It worked for Belly. Yeah, I mean, it's possible, man. I think Justin Turner, when it comes down to it, he just doesn't have great timing, great rhythm right now. And he'll make the adjustments. You got to stick with Justin Turner. I'm okay with moving him down in the lineup. He shouldn't have been hitting cleanup today, in my opinion. But, here look at this. Chris Gill, dye his hair blonde like Jock. Yeah, maybe you should do a pearl. Maybe you should do a pearl show chain. You know what? How about do like a puka shells? Do some puka shells, something like that. Dodgers need to wake up the bats this playoffs. Yeah, I mean, that's it's a pretty fair assessment. We really haven't seen this offense, catch fire. They were able to score 9 games in Game 2. They were able to score 9 runs in Game 2 of the NLDS and 7 runs in Game 4, and they scored just enough to win Game 5, which was pretty awesome. But I mean, that was pretty tough, man. I mean, you scored 2 runs, but you escaped with a victory, and that is all that matters. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think this Dodger team, they need to definitely get it together when it comes to. I mean, the hits were there though. I mean, the hits were there, so it's just clutch hitting. The hits were there, and if you look at the batting average, they're hitting 247 as a team in the postseason. That's 4th behind the Red Sox, White Sox, and Astros. I mean, maybe we get the DH already in the National League because the American League doesn't seem to have any issues scoring runs. That's for sure. But here we go, guys. Prediction: JT homers, and in the Ravine game, the Braves are a team with heart. That's just such a. Did they have heart when they blew a 3-1 lead? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna scroll down. What's her name? J Law Honest Music. I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna go look for you. Did they have heart when they took the ATL last year and they blew a 3-1 lead and they choked away the CS? They would have gone on to win a World Series, but they choked it away to the Dodgers. Did they have heart then? Let me know. The pearl necklace is sus from Bendico's. Heart means nothing when you lost 3-1. Yeah, where's he at? You blew a 3-1 lead and you're in here talking about the Dodgers don't have heart. the Dodger team that heroically won the wild card game and beat the red hot Redbirds, and they beat the 107-win Giants team on the road. This team is resilient. To say they don't have heart, I mean, tell me you don't know anything about the Dodgers without telling me you don't know anything about the Dodgers, if you know what I'm saying. Here we go. One player doesn't win a series expecting that is mindless. Agree 100%, Rob Shapiro. Baseball is a team game. Absolutely. Did Taylor re-injure his neck on the rundown? I hope not, Jim. I don't have any word on that. We weren't shut out today, Rob Shapiro. Yep. The Dodgers threw that game away tonight. Yeah, it just felt like, to me, it was just not executing on offense. Like I said, I think you got to go and look at that Mookie Betts at bat there in the top of the seventh. It was just not a great at bat from the Mookster. And this is no hate on Mookie. You know he's my favorite player. There's no question about it. I ride or die with Mookie Betts. I think he's the coolest dude in the world. I'm pretty sure this guy can do everything he even tries at an elite level. But just not the best at bat. And then Trey Turner backing that up with the strikeout with a runner on third. That definitely hurt. Belly is clutch as usual. CT3 sold. I mean, CT3 literally had a RBI earlier in this game. But here we go. Let's refresh you guys. Let's recap this game a little bit and refresh on some of the bad execution on offense. Actually, let's get to your comments, guys. You guys are killing the game. By the way, if you haven't yet, let me know. You hate hearing that tomahawk chop. Yeah, man. It gets, and you know, funny is they don't even look like they're having fun doing it. They're just like dead. It's like, oh, it's like, dude, it's almost like they're being forced to do it. Does someone have like a taser behind them? Like, I don't even know, but yeah, it's not as fun as doing the Let's Go Dodgers or having the towels at the ravine like you guys who are always killing the game. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments, what is your percentage chance that you think the Dodgers will win tomorrow? Here we go. Can we say jackass? Let them talk, Doug. They ain't going to be here by game 4, trust. Hey, Marco, it's a good point. It's like the Giants fans who did collectively, they all became Homer Simpson and went into the green hedge together after that game 5 loss. Where were they, man? Honestly, we should just have a separate chat to invite San Francisco. Here we go. Those teams, here we go. These outstanding pitching by the Dodgers, but leaving men on base. Give credit to the Braves pitching. Yeah, okay, guy one. That's a great point. I thought the Braves pitching was, I don't want to say underestimated them, but if you look at their metrics, their bullpen is definitely beatable this year. I thought that Max Fried, he goes 6 innings. I thought he battled tonight, gave up 8 hits, had the 5 punchies, no walks. I thought that, when he was executing, one second here, guys. When he was out there executing, I thought he pitched well. They got six innings from him, and I thought that Max Fried and their bullpen as well did very well for them. And I thought that they also really helped them. And look, I mean, if you saw, Will Smith, he went deep on him. He just kind of made a mistake. He gave him in the 4th inning. Will Smith leads off that inning. And he tries to go with 2 curveballs, one away, one that was middle of the plate, and then they try to sneak a heater by him in his nitro zone inside, and he just turns on it, and he smokes one 416 feet, did Will Smith. So, he made that mistake, and then top of the 2nd, Chris Taylor, he singled to left, scoring A.J. Pollock. And, I thought Max Fried, for the most part, you'll take 6 innings of 2-run ball if you're the Braves when it comes to Max Fried. And then I thought Madzik was really good, too. I mean, he goes an inning, had a punch-out. Jackson, he came in, 1 inning, 1 punch-out, efficient, 10 pitches. And then Will Smith was shaky, man. Will Smith was the one to get to. And that's another reason why I'm very confident that the Dodgers will go on to win this series is Will Smith. He throws 18 pitches, only 8 for strikes, and the command just wasn't elite. It wasn't there for Will Smith on this one. So, yeah, I think that was the one that the Dodgers really had a chance to get to. I think they missed some pitches against him. But, yeah, I thought Jackson, he pitched well. I thought Madzik pitched well. And I thought the Braves, they go 9 innings, gave up 10 hits, 7 punch-outs, and they did a really nice job of getting out of innings and stranding runners all night long. So, yeah, they battled, so that's a really good point. I'd rather hear beat L.A. from Mike M. Yeah, San Francisco, sorry. Sub D-Mac. What up, Joe, over on YouTube? We got Rob Shapiro. Don't pay attention to the chop them. Not that hard to ignore the annoying things. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. I mean, it's all good. I'm mad. Yeah, I mean, the Braves, it's funny, man. I actually, Braves aren't on my list of teams I dislike. I'll be honest with you. I actually, when Acuna's in the mix and, Freddie Freeman, when I was growing up, I would always watch the Braves on TBS. So, and I always loved watching, their, Glavine and Maddox and Smoltzy. I mean, they were just such a great team. So yeah, no hate against the Braves. The tomahawk chop that is played out. It was a must win for the Braves. Yeah, it definitely was a must win. But the Dodgers, it was a must win for the Braves, but it was extremely, extremely winnable for the Dodgers. And that's why this one hurts, because, look, anything can happen tomorrow. And the Braves, they're going to have that confidence. And tomorrow, essentially, is a must-win for the Braves as well because, look, the Braves got swept in Los Angeles this year. They know if they lose tomorrow, there's a decent chance that they don't go back to Atlanta and their season ends in L.A. So the Braves are going to play with a sense of urgency tomorrow, knowing that they want to try to find a way to go up 2-0 in the series and give themselves a really good chance of, in most cases, advancing to the World Series. And look, they have the redemption arc as well. But Gonsolin sucks from Santa Picado. We got Chop is like a mindless mantra. Will Smith, a Hall of Famer. Ed Williamson, a little too soon for that, but yeah, he's a really good player. Mike Lopes, we should win tomorrow. With everything we play for Scherzer, we can't lose. Betting my Biden check. Is there a Biden check? Out of the loop. Hook it up, though, if there is. Jet lag game for the Dodgers. Yeah, there's that for sure. I am not going to use that as an excuse. This team, they know how to win big games, and they know how important it is to win games early in series. And look, this franchise, they love to make things difficult, but that's why we love them, right? Like Vince Scully said, nothing ever comes easy for the Los Angeles Dodgers. But here we go, Jamie Stapleton. You wrote a complete your complete senior thesis on this one, so let's read it. Jamie, they lost because they didn't have Mookie bunt with no outs and Gonsolin on first. Next batter, Turner ropes a single to center. Gonsolin, who runs well, most likely scores. Then they had Mookie up with one out and Taylor on third while Atlanta had a huge shift on. And if Mookie lays down a bunt anywhere on the field, Taylor scores. Why didn't they bunt in those two situations? Cost them bad. Knebel starting the first was not a good idea either. He's way better coming out of the pen and later in that game. I'm actually proud that I read that whole thing. I mean, geez, I like it, though. I respect the take. And, yeah, I mean, that'd be a pretty ballsy strategic move. But I'll just be honest with you, they were never considering bunting Mookie Betts in that situation. The way he's been hitting in this postseason, just the way they approach offense, their offensive philosophy, you were never going to see Mookie Betts bunt in that situation. But here we go. Dodgers in 5. Deborah Young, man on third, one out. We can't get a run. Leaving Risp is the problem. Yeah, it's rispy business, okay? You can't do that in a game like this where the Dodgers had, look, that crowd wasn't even that electric. The pitching, they were giving up the hits. The Dodgers had base runners inning after inning after inning. They were getting the leadoff man on. And, yeah, start this game. Let's do a rapid-fire round of takes right here, and then we'll get back into the action. But Braves, Will Smith will get a hit, get hit up by the Dodgers. We got Chop. We got remember Smith versus Smith? Of course, Game 5, man. Ryan, it was legendary. Trevor Drake, the Corgi on TikTok, predicted the Dodgers in 6 and Braves winning the first 2 games. We chillin'. Yeah, that Corgi, and we ain't talking about Corgi Seager. That Corgi is pretty special. So, hey, man, might as well just chill until Game 6, maybe. No, but I like the chop. Don't bother me. Blue Magic. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, I like it when Florida State does the chop. That's their thing, okay? They jocked the chop, okay? It's not even their thing. I mean, it's like, come on, man. That's like, that's like the Giants doing, it's time for Giants baseball, right? I mean, the chop is the Florida State Seminoles. They made the chop famous, okay? It wasn't the Atlanta Braves. Didn't like Smoltz. My grandma taught me to hate the Braves growing up. These announcers are biased. If not, it's ATL as F. TBS equals the Braves suck. Ed Williamson, Mike Gregory. Braves just choke, but I hate the Giants. Happy they gone and hate the Astros. Would rather play Mookie's former team. yeah, I mean, look, I just want to get to the World Series at this point. I think both matchups with the Red Sox, and you get redemption for that 2018 loss, and then you could get redemption against the cheater of all cheaters, Alex Cora. Man, when I heard them say Kike wanted to sign with the Red Sox because he's a friend of Alex Cora, I threw up a little inside, because I'm telling you, we can be mad at Correa and Altuve and Bregman and all those cheaters, but the two guys that deserve the most hate are Alex Cora and Carlos Beltran. They were the masterminds behind it, and it would be great to get redemption against them. And also, Kike Verdugo will know how to attack them. Although you saw Jock, he was able to get one. So, yeah, here we go. We will settle in and dominate. That's from Thomas Workman. Yeah, I'm not concerned. I really am not. I mean, even if we lose tomorrow, I still think the Dodgers would win this series. Anything but 3-0 at this point, and you got Max Scherzer on the mound, and you got to love your chances. And they're going to have Ian Anderson tomorrow, I believe. So you got Ian Anderson, a righty, on the mound. And he had some really good moments last year against this Dodger team. So that's something to consider. Hopefully the Dodgers will have a little more success against him. But Ian Anderson I think is going to be on. Yeah, he will be the guy for sure tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, I still love the Dodgers chances for sure, no question about it. But yeah, I mean, let's get back to this. My bad, I lost you guys for a second. Here we go. But yeah, I mean, the thing about Anderson is, yeah, will they get the length from him? I mean, you saw a couple times last year he was dominant. He definitely, he definitely had his way. I mean, he went 4 innings with no earned runs, and then he had 2 runs in 3 innings pitched. So the Dodgers were able to get to him last year. It's just a matter of doing it on the road. And yeah, Will Smith, he was able to single in a run in that game, and then of course Kike, he hit the. I mean, that was that was game 7. So I mean, Kike Hernandez is not here anymore, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, of course it was. It was Kike Hernandez got the bomb off of him. So there's that. Don't forget 3-1 throwaway game. I'm the countdown man. We got genuinely think the Dodgers take the next 4. That's from Tim. I hope so, because I said Dodgers in 5, so that'd be great. October Jock looks. We got honestly couldn't care. Well, it should be couldn't, but could care less from Gluehead. Dodgers got the next 4. It's like beat LA again with last year's. Dodgers are going to bounce back from Paul. CT3 killed the rally from pound for pound. Percentage of Dodgers losing after day off is really high. Yeah, I mean, look, the travel, new series, but I would feel good about that narrative if they had gotten blown out, if they lost by 4 or 5 runs. They lost by 1 run, and Chris Taylor was tagged out there in the 9th inning, had a chance to give the Dodgers first and third with Mookie Betts, their best player this postseason, at the plate against Will Smith. You got to like your chances in that situation to at least have an opportunity. Here we go. The announcers always seem biased against the Dodgers, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's usually mostly the case. You always kind of feel that way. And look, think about this. Think about this. Let's say you're broadcasting that game, right? And you know how good the Dodgers are. The Dodgers, a 100, you know how good this Dodger team is, a 106-win team, and you understand that you understand who they're going against. They're going against the Braves, and they're at home, and the Braves. So you got a 106-win team versus an 88-win team in Atlanta. You want a longer series. You want a compelling series, because if you have a compelling series, you have better ratings. When you have better ratings, you look better as a broadcaster. Sponsorship. You get more sponsorship the next time they agree to deal. So if you're a broadcaster, what you're rooting for is more games, compelling storylines. If I was doing this game, who would I want? I would want a 6 or 7 game series. So you kind of have to look at it from that perspective. But I do think Ron Darling probably cried himself to sleep after the Dodgers lost to the Giants. If you listen to after they, after the Flores swing, or not swing, whatever you want to call it, after that swing, you hear him just do the saddest in the background go, no. He's like, no. He sounded like Eeyore, like he's about to start crying. I'm pretty sure he cried on the way home. Shout out to Friday. Thoughts on Kike Hernandez? I mean, what more can you say, man? Kike is unbelievable. Thomas Workman, you're the man. D-Mac, no, you're the man. Thomas Workman over on YouTube. Back up T1. Or the Bucks Raiders chanting "R" for their chant. Just weird to me. Ron Darling is atrocious. Dave Montgomery, y'all Dodger fans have the same energy when we win tomorrow. I don't know what kind of energy do we have? Confidence because we just beat a 107-win team and we came back down 3-1 and we're the better team than the Braves. I mean, I don't think there's anyone here who doesn't respect the Braves and their players. I think the Braves, Alex Anthopoulos, I thought what he was able to do, adding all those outfielders after Acuna went down, and look, you lose Ozuna because he's a piece of crap. But don't worry. But yeah, so yeah, I thought that. Look, I mean, I think a lot of people respect this Braves team. It's not like a Padres situation or an Astros situation. I mean, I don't think anyone here really hates the Braves. I mean, Freddie Freeman. I mean, think about this, man. I always think about this. You say you hate a team. This is kind of like the hate you test that I always think about. You say you hate this team, right? If you would say you hate this team, and you saw Freddie Freeman at the airport, what would you do? Probably go run up, give him a high five, give him some dap, do a little bro hug, ask for a picture, probably go live and put him on your live. You know what I'm saying? So that to me is your hate test. But if you saw the Astros at an airport, you'd probably be booing them, and you'd probably have a little mini trash can. You'd be banging it, right? So big runs tomorrow from Mike M over on YouTube. We have the champs bats. Dodgers can win. Joseph over on YouTube, really good Dodgers. Really good Dodgers winning 4 in a row. Did you guys not watch the game tonight? Last year, the Bravos were up 2-0, and we won in 7, so we are good. That's from Miguel. That is true, but I will say that to me, not to discredit last year's comeback win, but let's be honest, coming back down 2-0 and 3-1, and wherever the situation they may be, will present a much more difficult challenge considering you're going to have to go to Atlanta. You're not going to have the safe haven, that comfortable Globe Life field, that comfy Globe Life field that's Dodger Stadium Southwest, or whatever we want to call it, Dodger Stadium Tejas, and have 11,000 fans in the stands. It's very different. If it comes to that, and you do find a way, if the Braves find a way to get this to Game 6 and 7, which shows you how confident we are. We're like, we're down 1, but we'll see if they can get us to 6 or 7, but it would be a raucous environment. That crowd would be electric. Chop that, Ed Williamson, chop that like button for D-Mac. Yeah, guys, hey, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button. And, we're dropping Dodgers content all day, every day. Be sure to check out for the pregame show with Mr. Brooks Smith and Mr. Clint Pasillas, the senior editors here at Dodgers Nation. Be sure to rock with them before every show. And then also Blue Heaven Podcast, flagship show on Monday. So rock with them. Love your positivity, Doug. Lived through it during the postseason. Hey, man, I try to look at the Mitch Lotta half full, but, I try to keep it real, man. I didn't love the at-bats. I didn't love Tony Gonsolin going out there, giving a bomb in October. It's like, it's like a tradition in October. You got the leaves falling, you got trick-or-treaters, and you got Tony Gonsolin giving up home runs in postseason games. D-Mac, please don't make excuses for the TBS broadcasters. It's not that I'm making excuses. I'm not making excuses for the TBS broadcasters. It does feel like, look, to be honest with you, haters are a good thing, okay? Haters are a good thing because it means that it's envious, okay? They're green with envy. The Dodgers, the resources, the drafting expertise. Like, I think one of the really admirable thing is one of the big takeaways with the roster today was 8 of those 26 players were guys that either were acquired during the season or players that didn't make the opening day roster. So, look, what Andrew Friedman has been able to do to piece together a bullpen. You saw Phil Bickford, Alex Vesia, Brule. I mean, this team has such an eye for talent. And here we go. Oh, DMAC equals Dodgers make Atlanta choke. That's from Ed over on YouTube. Here we go. Just watch TBS, turn down the sound and listen to the radio. Matthew Levine. That's always a good strategy, man. I mean, I love Monday. I love Charlie Steiner. I really do. He'll Steiner you every now and then, but hey, man, I like Charlie Steiner. What can I say? Yes, short delay on radio, but if you have DVR on your cable, you can pause a minute and sync. Dave Metters, that's very high tech. That's high degree of difficulty, but listen to Dave Metters. He has the hack on that. If you can't I think Brian Anderson's really good. I like Brian Anderson. I think his knowledge of the game is elite. I think that, I like him as an NBA guy too. But, yeah, I mean, here's a question I have for you guys. Would you rather have this broadcasting crew or Joe Suck? I mean, Joe Buck. I mean, who would you guys rather have? I mean, it's or could worse, you could have Alex Rodriguez, which, I mean, would you really want A-Rod during a game? Because then you would have to, wipe the blood out of your ears for the entire broadcast. I mean, I don't think you would want that. So, no, but I actually give A-Rod a hard time. I actually don't dislike it as much as most people. But the giant thumbs down. I'd put Cora in the trash can. Gary, don't do that under any circumstances, because I don't want you to face any legal ramifications. And when we need you as a part of the show, like I always said, this is your guys' show. I'm just hosting it, or we're all co-hosts on this one. I just happen to be the dude with the Britney Spears mic. We lost some good players. Verdugo, Tambien, yeah, man, Doogie. And what can you say, man? I mean, look, it's really more of a testament to, one, the Dodgers' eye for talent and the Dodgers' development process. Would Kike be the same player with Boston if it wasn't what he was able to do with the Dodgers? Or same thing with Alex Verdugo? I think the answer is probably no, and I trust those guys' work ethic. But the Dodgers, they got that secret, they know what they're doing here. Like I always say, the D in Dodgers stands for development, and I think that they definitely helped them out. But thanks, Tina G, man. You always do a great job. I appreciate you. Make the games unwatchable. I hate the Atlanta Chop. I love your show, Doug. Thank you, Mr. Picado over on YouTube. Roberts did say to Pryor, put him on about Riley. Pryor said no because it was an 0-1 count. Yeah, I mean, look, Riley, he's their bopper, man. 33 home runs this season. You have first base open there. And if you saw my keys to this series, the keys are contain Austin Riley, who's not the same player that he was last year. This guy is an emerging star. There's no question about it. I mean, he already is. 33 bombs this year, led this team. And you got to contain Freddie Freeman. If you do that, you give yourself a chance to win. What happened tonight? They contained Freddie Freeman, didn't contain Austin Riley, and they end up losing the game. So, yeah, I mean, I just don't like to let the guys beat me when, especially, it's a one-run game there. You got first base open, and you give him a pitch that and look, and the thing is, too, Blake Trinan, we know that he's been filthy this year, but I think one of the big qualms I have, one of my big gripes was, I mean, you got Kenley Janssen out there making men look like T-ball players at times, and he goes one inning, had the one punchy, 8 pitches, and Blake Trinan, he took the loss tonight. He goes a third of an inning, gave up the earned run, and that was the game. I mean, that was the game. I mean, the Dodgers in extras, it could have got dicey. I mean, you're gonna probably burn through. You're gonna see Brusdar Gratterall. Who knows? You might. I mean, if that game could have came down to Evan Phillips there late in the game, or dare I say, Justin Turner, 0.00 ERA, man. But if you look at that at bat there, he takes the slider, middle of the plate for strike one, and then he goes to that slider, and this one hangs there for a second on the outer half, and he just rips it. So not a terrible pitch there considering Blake Trinan's ability, but yeah, I mean, sometimes you get beat by a good player, and he put a great swing on it, and yeah, he ripped it, and it was a no doubt about it as far as whether or not Ozzy Albies was going to score. But on Sportsnet, Joe Davis and Orel are the only people worthy of announcing the Dodgers playing. Man, I love those two, man. I'm a big fan of Joe Davis. A-Rod creeps me out. Vin Scully. I like Rick Monday's insight. Joe Buck and Smoltz are better than these TBS homers. That's from Neil. I like Rick Monday's insight. Astros. Here we go. I mean, it was our bullpen versus their ace, Julian. Yeah, I mean, I like that take, man. I definitely like that take from Julian. I mean, that's how you got to look at it. I mean, if you want to put things into perspective, it was game one on the road, essentially a must-win for the series for the Braves, especially for their confidence, especially considering the last game they lost to the Dodgers in the postseason was Game 7 last year. They need this win. They needed this win for morale, for their confidence, and they had Max Fried going for them. Dodgers had a bullpen game with a rocky Tony Gonson who had, was proved again why, he hasn't earned a lot of confidence in the postseason, and they still lose by 3-2. They managed to keep it close, and they had a chance to win that game late, and they were able to string a lot of hits off these Braves pitchers tonight. And at some point, you're going to get that mean regression. It's never late, and I think the big issue tonight was some of the players like Trey Turner, Mookie not coming through there in the seventh. We'll get into this game here. D-Mac's so hyped. We ain't losing tomorrow. Bullpen game. We still lose by 1. Exactly, Andrew Phillips. 2020 Dodgers came back and won. Gonsolin isn't containing Riley. Marco, bad pitch luck for Braves. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we made that point for me. D-Mac, we got backup T1. I still don't understand how they threw pitches in the zone to Riley. He had also been chasing those sliders, and Blake has a pretty good one. Yeah, I mean, you got to make him chase. I mean, that's those sliders low and away, and he looked pretty locked in. I still like trying late, but he will give up hits, man. I mean, he gave up hits. And sometimes he'll give up those soft contact hits too. And if you look at in this game in particular, Austin Riley, look, it was 88 miles per hour off the bat, a single, 430 expected batting average, and he gave up a single to Ozzie Albies, and that one was 69.5 miles per hour off the bat. And so he will look. I mean, sometimes he does give up some hits, and there's no question. I mean, Kenley Janssen has been the better pitcher than Blake Treinen in the postseason. That's not even a debate. Treinen has been terrible lately. I still like Treinen and Jansen. Enough of Catman, terrible. Yeah, man. What do you guys think about? Well, I mean, what would you guys have done in that spot? I mean, do you think David Price should have made the postseason roster? I mean, the NLCS roster. I mean, after being on the NLCS roster, I heard some people saying that he wasn't in the celebration picture. I don't know what to make into that. I don't want to read into that too much, but I'd rather hear Joe Davis and John Smoltz than Brian Anderson and Ron Darling. Yeah, if you're gonna include Joe Davis in the mix. I mean, Joe Davis all day, every day. I mean, man, they got Bob Costas filling in for Ernie Johnson. Man, I like Bob Costas too. But Brian Anderson, that's his gig. Ron Darling, that's all they got. We know Price was not hungover. Ouch. Bulldog JT needs to be benched. Joe, I don't think you go that far at this point. I mean, for who? I mean, who do you bench him for? Come on now. We're going to put Matt Beatty at third. I mean, now Justin Turner, ride with Justin Turner. Ride with the Dodgers' all-time postseason leader in just about every single offensive category. He is going to come through. I have full confidence in JT. And look, he had a hit today. It's not like he went 0-4. He did have 2 strikeouts, and he is flailing at things at times, and he does look lost for sure. But, yeah, Trey Turner, what's going on with that guy? I mean, he had 2 hits tonight. He had 2 hits. And wasn't able to come through there. But here we go. Let's go to the bottom of the first. Let's see how much time the show is going. Okay, let's do a quick little recap, and we'll let you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. So bottom of the first inning, Knebel gives up a leadoff single to Rosario, just hung his curve on the inner half, and the Braves get a leadoff base knock. Then on a 3-2 count, he gets Freeman swinging on a curveball inside. Rosario was running on the pitch, and Will Smith made a solid throw. Here's another thing, too, we have to talk about, too. It was a solid throw, not the best tag by Corey Seager there. A little lazy on the tag, and allowed him to swipe that base. And then he gets Albies to ground out for the second out. And then on the first pitch to Riley, he misses badly outside, throws a wild pitch. Rosario scores, making it 1-0 Braves. And that's another thing, too. I mean, they get the run on that wild pitch there, 1-0. Then top of the second, Will Smith flies to short for the first out. Pujols grounds to third for the second out. And then first pitch to Pollock, Fried leaves that curveball up in the outer half, and Pollock, he cranks it over Jock's head in right. Nice piece of hitting there by A.J. Pollock, just going with it into right field. Nice to see him get some extra base hits in the postseason. Hopefully that keeps him in a good spot where he can produce. And then a great at-bat by Chris Taylor. So that gave the Dodgers a runner on second in scoring position with 2 outs. And Chris Taylor, he fouls off a fastball. He misses it. And then he takes 3 balls, all fastballs, and then he fouls off a slider, then on a curveball inside. It just kind of spun there on the 3-2 count. He cranks it into left for a single to score Pollock to tie things up at 1, and then Chris Taylor aggressive. He steals second, and then Souza Jr., he strikes out looking. So a great response by the Dodgers there to tie it up in the first inning and clutch two-out hitting, two-out, two-strike hitting there, which was impressive. And then we jump to let's jump to the top of the fourth inning. So top of the fourth inning, or top of the third, Mookie just missed a curveball, flight out. Then Trey Turner, he singled to right on a slider. Seager popped to short. Turner lined to right. So they had a base runner there. Trey Turner on first. And they weren't able to do anything with that. I think, look, if you're going to be aggressive with Chris Taylor, why don't you be aggressive with Trey Turner? I would like to see him being sent there. Verdell Newsome, David Price has been terrible. Yeah, he hasn't had his best year, but, I mean, Tony Gonsolin. Tony Gonsolin has been terrible in the postseason. He's been absolutely atrocious. TBS, Tomahawk Braves suck. JT better return. Let's go, Brandon. Bat Seager. I want to see Tony Gonsolin do well, man. He's going to get another chance in this series, and I hope that he produces. I think for him it's just about locating, attacking the zone, being confident, and just getting the feel for that splitty, early in his outings. Because sometimes he'll hang stuff. Sometimes he'll miss badly with his command, and guys jump on it. But Belly should start the next time Fried starts. I think it's a possibility you could see that. Let's see how the next couple games goes. I mean, look, Bellinger is not a platoon guy, okay? JT needs to take lessons from it's in the grand scheme of things. JT should sit out a game. Happy Sunday tomorrow. Let's go Dodgers. Can't wait. Si puede. I like it. Rob Shapiro and run who at third? Beatty. That's what I said, Rob. I mean, we could put Beatty at third. Bring back Lux. Oh my God, yeah. Hey, we saw the difference in you talking about Kobe and Shaq on the Blazers Game 7 alley-oop, right? I mean, Lux and Belly, aka Kobe and Shaq, they're spark plugs, and they bring a certain energy to their at bats, and of course you got to play the matchups. I totally understand that, but yeah. Who's pitching tomorrow? It's going to be Anderson versus Max Scherzer. So let's jump to that top of the fourth inning. 0-2 count. Will Smith, he crushes a fastball, 460 feet, 105.1 miles per hour off the bat. We broke down that one. And then we go to, bottom of the fourth inning. So Tony Gonsolin gets Albies to fly to right. And then on a 1-1 count to Riley, Austin Riley crushes a bomb to left on Gonsolin. That evened the score at 2-2. He tried to sneak that heater by him. And then Jock Peterson, he singles off Tony Gonsolin to right on a splitty. By the way, 11, they didn't throw one fastball to Jock Peterson all night. Dude can't buy a heater. Then he gets Duvall to ground out the second to end the inning. So, look, that fastball was kind of meh to Austin Riley. And, that's their best home run hitter. And he's going to crush that all day, every day. So I think a terrible, terrible pitch by Tony Gonsolin right there in that situation. And I think some missed pitches towards Austin Riley. You're seeing the kind of player he is, man. He's really tough. If you panic right now, you haven't paid attention. Degree from Rob. That's from Rob. Ray Barrios. The bullpen did their job. It was the offense today. No question about it, man. The bullpen, the Dodgers pitching gave LA a chance to win this game. And in my opinion, this was such a winnable, one of the most winnable postseason games I can think of on the road for the Dodgers. But lugs for Pollock. Hey, Pollock had that double today. I think you got to give him some more time, especially against Fried next game. But no reason to panic. Tina G-Man, if they don't give up that run the wild pitch, we probably win tonight. Yeah, and that's, you look back on Corey Seager's tag there, it would have been a bang-bang play, but not the best tag in that situation. Don't effing touch me. Talking about Max Scherzer tomorrow. We need Muncy back. Ray Barrios. Yeah, I mean, Muncy is a difference maker. Mr. Clint Pasillas, my man, he said on the pregame show that he feels that there's a chance that Max Muncy could get activated in this series. And anytime, you never know, guys can, do some phantom stuff, phantom injuries, and there's, guys get called up, called down, and, there's a possibility, who knows, if he's further ahead in his rehab from that dislocated elbow than they're saying. I mean, that would be great, but at the same token, you bring him in, that complicates things with Cody Bellinger and the outfield, where guys are starting to produce. Chris Taylor, you want to keep him off the field with all the offense he's been producing. A.J. Pollock gets a double today. Gavin Lux in center. Mookie Betts in right field. And then Cody Bellinger, he's really found a rhythm at the plate. He's getting singles. What's up, D-Mac? What up, Adam? But yeah, let's get back. Great after party like always, D-Mac. I'm out. Yeah, let's wrap this up, man. We pretty much, we hit everything tonight. I mean, top of the sixth, JT leadoff single, Will Smith fly to left, Pujols ground to the pitcher, JT advanced to third, and then Pollock, he lined to second. So Albies, he kind of climbs the ladder a little bit, makes a play. So they strand JT at third. So yeah, that's the thing too. Top of the sixth, they strand JT at third. Top of the seventh, they strand Chris Taylor at third. They had their opportunities. Top of the eighth, they go down 1-2-3. Seager, he grounds to first. JT goes down swinging on a nasty slider, bottom of the zone. And then Will Smith, he flied to center. And then you saw what happened there in the top of the eighth inning. So top of the ninth, Pujols, he popped to second. Pollock popped to first. CT3, he draws a 2-out walk. And then Bellinger, he hits a line drive single to second. And then Chris Taylor gets caught in that rundown, was attempting to go to first, from first to third on the play. And like I said, we pretty much talked about that extensively during tonight's show. Could have stole second, could have scored. You got Mookie Betts on deck. He could have scored on a single. So, but yep, guys, thanks for rocking with us. We'll get him tomorrow. I feel confident. We'll celebrate tomorrow with Mad Max. We'll take that split back to LA, and then we will start complaining about how stupid, how downright idiotic Major League Baseball is for scheduling a 2:00 game during the week in Los Angeles. Adam Silver is laughing at your ass, man. Could you do anything more stupid than that? Do you just not want people to watch your product? I mean, people do have jobs, right? I mean, come on, man. This is the NL. Okay, we won't get into that. We'll save that for tomorrow. But an absolute terrible decision, man. There's ways you can do it, too. I'll talk about how you could have multiple primetime games. But here we go. But thanks, guys. We'll do some more bottom of the ninth. Final takes, guys. It's the bottom of the ninth. Give me your final thoughts, and we will be out of here, and you guys can enjoy your Saturday night. But runners need to be brought home every inning, every game. D-Mac, best post-game show. Give thanks to D-Mac. Hey, thanks, Matthew, man. You're the man. Rob Manfrod from Rod. Modella on ice all week from Ed. We got Farhan, William Blockson. Hey, Farhan's doing his thing, man. Nothing but respect. CK Chin, 5 p.m. East Coast time. Yeah, for my East Coast Dodger fans, that's got to feel great. But, man, this is Los Angeles, California, man. You are never home at 2 o'clock, man. If you have a job and then you're trying to get home by 6 and 7, you're trying to make it a 7 o'clock game in the traffic during a regular game, albeit a 6 o'clock game. So it's okay. It's just going to be thanks, Eddie. Appreciate you, my man. Daniel Lawrence on YouTube. Big holes in our lineup. I appreciate you, Doug. Thanks, guys. Hey, you guys. Hey, man. I appreciate all you guys, man. Smash the like button. You guys are the best fans in the game. Of the Dodgers. We know how you guys get down. And look, bottom line is it's going to be a 2 o'clock game. It's just going to be a very unproductive day at work in the city of Los Angeles and for Dodger fans all around. Drag bunt is a lost art, Jim. Rob Manfred doesn't know what a job is. Let's go Dodgers. But thanks for rocking with us, guys. Dodgers lose. It was a good game. It was a tense game. They lose bottom of the ninth, and they got to get back their winning ways tomorrow. Get back in that win column with Max Scherzer on the mound. Let's get the split. See you guys immediately after the game. While watching the game, think of your takes, man, because you guys know I'm rocking with you all day, every day. But enjoy the rest of your night. And for a lot of latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. Download the new Dodgers Nation app. This thing is straight heat, man. There's this new virtual reality where you can walk all around Dodger Stadium. And then also you got the filters. You got so much stuff. It's jam-packed with all kinds of cool features. So be sure to download the Dodgers Nation fan app. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, be sure to go to gearup.la and get some fire Dodgers Nation merch. Shout out to my man Erod, Eddie, all the crew over there. They're always coming up with that fire merch. And see you guys next time. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time